Prepare for a heart-pounding journey into Myanmar, a Southeast Asian enigma where ancient splendor crashes into modern turmoil. Spanning 676,578 square kilometers, this land of gilded pagodas and untamed jungles hides secrets that'll leave you stunned. From blood-red beetle spit to a military junta's iron grip, from sacred relics to a stateless people's plight, Myanmar is a paradox of beauty and brutality. Buckle up as we unveil the shocking facts about a nation where history whispers, chaos reigns, and every corner holds a story that'll grip your soul. Let's start with Myanmar's geography, a breathtaking canvas with a savage edge. The largest country in mainland Southeast Asia, it stretches from the Himalayan foothills to the Andaman Sea's coral-fringed islands, bordered by China, India, Bangladesh, Thailand, and Laos. The Irrawaddy River, a 2,170-kilometer lifeline, carves through fertile valleys feeding 70% of the population. Mount Hakakabo Ratsi, at 5,881 meters, pierces the northern skies, while Inle Lake's floating gardens defy gravity. But nature's beauty masks danger. Myanmar sits on the ring of fire, rattled by earthquakes and tsunamis. A 2025 megaquake tore a 500-kilometer fault, with cracks plunging 21.3 meters, one of the most dramatic ruptures ever recorded. Cyclones like 2008's Nargis killed 138,000, exposing Myanmar's vulnerability to a warming planet's wrath. Myanmar's history is a roller coaster of empires and oppression. Early civilizations like the Pyu and Mon thrived 2,000 years ago, their city-states rivaling Rome. The pagan kingdom, founded in 849, built 20,000 temples in Bagan, a UNESCO marvel where 3,822 still stand, glittering with gold and gems. Marco Polo marveled at its wealth, but Mongol invasions in 1287 shattered it. The Taunggyi dynasty briefly made Myanmar Southeast Asia's largest empire in the 16th century, only for British colonization in 1824 to loot its riches. Independence in 1948 birthed a fleeting democracy, crushed by a 1962 military coup. The junta's 49-year reign was a pariah state, marked by human rights abuses and sanctions. A 2015 election brought Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy to power, but a 2021 coup plunged Myanmar into civil war, displacing 600,000 and killing thousands. The military, controlling just 21% of territory by 2024, bombs villages and tortures dissenters, including children forced to drink toilet water in detention. The name Myanmar itself is a shock, steeped in controversy. Called Burma until 1989, the military junta renamed it to reflect ethnic diversity, as Myanmar derives from the Burmese language. But the switch was a power grab, erasing colonial ties while alienating minorities. Many governments, including the United States, initially rejected Myanmar to protest the regime's violence, and exiles still say Burma in defiance. The capital shift from Rangoon, now Yangon, to Naypyidaw in 2006 was equally bizarre. A secretive move to a planned city of empty 20-lane highways and pastel malls, built to dodge protests. Naypyidaw's rooftop colors signal residents' jobs, a dystopian touch in a city with ultra-fast Wi-Fi, but no soul. Yangon, with 5.5 million, remains the pulsing heart, its colonial facades crumbling beside Shwedagon Pagoda's diamond-studded spire. Religion in Myanmar is a sacred yet divisive force. Theravada Buddhism, followed by 89% of the 55 million population, shapes daily life. Shwedagon Pagoda, built 2,600 years ago, is Myanmar's holiest site. Its 110-meter stupa is encrusted with 60 tons of gold and 4,500 diamonds, housing Gautama Buddha's hair. Monks, 500,000 strong, are revered, and every man is expected to ordain twice, once as a novice and once at 20, living in monasteries for weeks or years. But Buddhism's peace is tainted by extremism. The Ma Ba Tha, a nationalist monk-led group, pushed 2015 laws banning Buddhist women from marrying non-Buddhists, fueling anti-Muslim hate. The Rohingya, a 1 million-strong Muslim minority in Rakhine State, faced genocide, denied citizenship since 1982, 700,000 fled a 2017 military purge that burned villages and killed 10,000, called ethnic cleansing by the UN. Buddhist-majority Myanmar's refusal to recognize them leaves Rohingya stateless, crowded into Bangladesh's refugee camps. Ethnic diversity is Myanmar's glory and curse. With 135 recognized groups, the Bamar, making up 68%, dominate, while Shan, Karen, Kachin, and others make up 30%. Each has distinct languages, customs, and histories, from the Kayan's brass-necked women to the Moken sea gypsies who live on boats during monsoons. But harmony is a myth. Armed conflicts rage in Karen and Shan states, some lasting 70 years, the world's longest civil wars. The military uses sexual violence as a weapon, targeting minority women, while 600,000 refugees languish in camps. The Chin, a Christian minority, face persecution, their women once tattooed to avoid royal kidnappings. Even Yangon's 8 Jewish families, the smallest ethnic group, struggle to muster prayer quorums. Myanmar's tapestry is vibrant but blood-soaked, with ethnic strife fueling the ongoing civil war. The military junta's brutality is a global scandal. Since the 2021 coup led by General Min Aung Hlaing, the Tatmadaw has killed 5,000 civilians, arrested 20,000, and bombed villages with airstrikes, targeting groups like the Danu. Torture is routine. Detainees face mock burials, beatings, and sleep deprivation. Journalists, 150 imprisoned by 2022, make Myanmar the world's third worst jailer of media, behind Iran and China. The regime bans independent outlets, turning state media into propaganda. Civilians, barred from owning firearms, resist with slingshots and Molotovs. But the military's $2 billion arsenal, funded by jade and gas, crushes them. Aung San Suu Kyi, once a Nobel Peace Prize icon, languishes in solitary, sentenced to 27 years on sham charges. The junta's grip, though weakening, thrives on fear, with extrajudicial killings in broad daylight. Myanmar's economy is a shocking wreck. One of the world's least developed nations, its $56.7 billion GDP in 2013 masked rampant corruption, ranking 171st of 176 on the 2012 Corruption Perceptions Index. Military cronies controlled jade, rubies, and gas, with 70% of high-quality jadeite feeding China's $1 billion market. Opium, grown in Shan State's Golden Triangle, makes Myanmar the world's second-largest producer, yielding 25% of global supply and fueling heroin and meth. Farmers, fleeing war, grow poppy for survival, earning 50 times more than coffee but fund warlords. Only 26% of people have electricity, and 25% live below the poverty line. Agriculture, employing 70%, leans on rice, exported to 800 million globally, but sanctions and conflict choke trade. Tourism, once booming with 4 million visitors in 2019, has collapsed since the coup, leaving Bagan's temples empty. Cultural quirks in Myanmar are as charming as they are bizarre. The Longyi, a 2-meter cloth worn by men and women, wraps the waist for everything from office work to chinlone, a dance sport hybrid where players juggle a cane ball. Thanaka, a yellow paste from tree bark, coats faces for 2,000 years, offering sun protection and beauty, some craft leaf patterns for flair. Betel quid, a red-stained stimulant chewed by millions, mimics 6 coffees spiked with alcohol but raises oral cancer risk. Streets glow with crimson spit, startling newcomers. Kissing sounds summon waiters in restaurants, a norm that shocks Westerners. Women balance baskets on heads, freeing hands for markets, while Inle Lake fishermen row with one leg, netting fish in a balletic dance. These traditions, untouched by Westernization, make Myanmar a time capsule, but modernization looms as it plans to adopt the metric system, joining all but the US and Liberia. Myanmar's gems are a glittering shock. Its rubies, prized for blood-red purity, are the world's finest. 2015 Sunrise ruby sold for $30.42 million. Queen Elizabeth's tiara sparkled with 96 Burmese rubies, a gift from the nation. Jadeite, mined in Kachin, supplies 70% of global demand, but illegal trade fuels conflict, with $31 billion smuggled to China in 2014. Shwedagon Pagoda's diamond-crusted spire is rivaled by Bagan's 3,822 temples, some housing relics like Buddha's staff. Yet, wealth concentrates in junta hands, while miners earn $1 a day in deadly shafts. The contrast is stark. Myanmar's treasures dazzle, but its people starve. The Rohingya crisis is Myanmar's darkest stain. Denied citizenship, this Muslim minority faces systemic persecution. The 2017 military campaign killed thousands, raped women, and burned 400 villages, driving 700,000 to Bangladesh. The UN labeled it genocide, but Myanmar denies fault, claiming counterterrorism. Rohingya live in limbo, their Rakhine homes razed, with 130,000 still in camps facing starvation. Aung San Suu Kyi's defense of the military at The Hague in 2019 shocked her global fans, tarnishing her peace icon status. The crisis festers, with no repatriation in sight, a humanitarian catastrophe ignored by a world distracted by newer wars. Myanmar's quirks keep coming. Its UTC plus 6:30 time zone, 30 minutes off Thailand's, is a global oddity, set to defy colonial clocks. Traffic is chaos, cars with right-hand steering navigate right-hand roads, a 1970 switch from British left-hand rules that left vehicles mismatched. The Bein Bridge, a 1.2-kilometer teak span from 1850, is the world's longest, swaying under monks' footsteps. Thingyan, the April Water Festival, turns streets into 5-day soak fests, cleansing sins with hoses and buckets. Wine, surprisingly, thrives in Shan State, with vineyards crafting reds rivaling Europe's. Haircuts are taboo on Mondays, Fridays, and birthdays, a superstition guiding 55 million. Social issues are a gut-wrenching shock. Women face rampant violence, trafficking, rape, and domestic abuse are rife, with 2013 government denials giving way to a draft anti-violence bill after activist pressure. Only 90% are literate, but rural schools lack teachers, and 25% of kids work, not learn. The fertility rate, 2.23 in 2011, reflects delayed marriages. 27.5 for men, 26.4 for women, as poverty forces youth to chase jobs, not families. Murder rates, 15.2 per 100,000 in 2012, stem from ethnic clashes, with 8,044 killings yearly. Methamphetamine or yaba floods from Shan State, addicting 1 million and fueling Thailand's drug trade. Myanmar's beauty hides a society fraying at the seams. Nature and tradition clash in surreal ways. Moken sea gypsies live on boats, diving for fish with spear-like precision, while Kayan women stretch necks with brass coils, a beauty standard since childhood. Bagan's hot air balloons float over temple seas, but opium fields spotted by satellites fund war. The Golden Rock, a boulder defying gravity atop a cliff, draws pilgrims, while acrobatic cats trained by monks leap for treats. Myanmar's 50% forest cover shelters 1,000 bird species and clouded leopards, but logging and jade mines scar the land, threatening Inle Lake's floating farms. Myanmar is a land of dizzying extremes, golden yet grim, devout yet divided, ancient yet anarchic. Its shocking facts, from diamond pagodas to genocidal purges, from one-legged fishermen to junta torturers, reveal a nation as complex as it is captivating. Whether it's Yangon's gilded spires or Rakhine's burning villages, Myanmar seizes your heart and twists it. It's a place where beauty battles barbarity, and every step is a leap into the unknown.